In this free course, I'll show you exactly how to start and scale your influencer marketing agency even if you're a complete beginner. My name is Noah, and this business model completely changed my life. From being broke, irresponsible guy who tried multiple businesses online to actually make some serious money online as a student, which is exactly why I'm making this free course, to give you a roadmap that I wish I had. And it didn't change only my life, it changed Sergio's life, who got over 10k in profit in less than 50 days, or Ash, who profited over 7k with one-time collaborations in less than 40 days, and many more. By the end of this course, you'll walk away with a crystal clear strategy, tools and exact action steps to pick the right niche, find influencers and brands, where to find brands, where to find influencers, get your first deal, learn how to talk with brands, run a campaign, and scale your influencer marketing agency to 5 figures per month. Alright, let's break this business model in a super simple way. This is called influencer marketing agency, or IMA. For short, and honestly this is probably the best beginner friendly business in 2025, and this is like no joke, and here is why. First thing, you don't need to spend money on ads. You don't need to build or ship any products like you need in drop shipping. You don't need to manage inventory, employees, or even have a huge audience to do anything. And the best part of all is almost no one talks about this properly. The concept itself is pretty old. This is just a middleman business, and middlemen have always made money. When you think about it, Uber just connects people who want to drive with people who want to go somewhere, connecting supply and demand. Airbnb connects people who have room with people who need a place to stay, connecting supply and demand. Booking does the same. Modeling agencies, real estate agents, event sponsorship agencies, all are middleman businesses. All are doing the same, connecting supply and demand. They don't own any things. They just connect two sides and get paid for making that smooth, fast and valuable. And that's exactly what we do. We connect brands who are desperate for attention with influencers who have it but want to monetize it. You sit in the middle, take a cut, and that's the whole game. And there's this saying that I love: whenever wealth is transferred from one person to another, there's always someone in the middle, and that person also becomes wealthy. This is basically a middleman quote, one of my favorite quotes whatsoever. That's what I what I teach you to become, and that's what I want you to become. Now here's the cool part. Once you know how to find brands and influencers, you can literally send a few emails, maybe hop on a short call, WhatsApp video call, Google Meet, Zoom, whatever, and close the deal where the influencer gets paid, the brand gets results, and you make 2 to 4k for setting it all up. Let's say a brand is spending 10k on a campaign, you take 20 to 30% of that, and that's 2 to 3k for you. You do find 4 of these brands in a month, and that's 10k right there for you. Or for example, an influencer charges let's say 10k, you find a brand for him, take 20 to 30% for managing the deal, and 20 to 30% from the creator for bringing him the deal, and that means from one project you can walk away with between 2 to 6k in profit. No inventory, no ad spend, just emails, positioning, negotiating, and a bit of system. And once you do it once, you can just keep repeating it and leveraging what you already have. You get better, you get faster, and brands actually go and trust you more. Okay, now I want to slow down a bit and talk you about something that most people skip over, and one of the most important parts, mindset, and how you should be thinking going into this business, because the hard truth is that this is a real business. Yes, it is simple, yes, it is beginner friendly, but that doesn't mean that this is a get rich quick shortcut, and it definitely isn't. This is a middleman business, which means you are the one who is responsible, you are the one making things smooth, you are the one reaching out to brands, you are the one talking to influencers, coordinating timelines, you are the one following up on deliverables and everything else. And yeah, sometimes you will get ignored, sometimes deals will fall through, but the people who stick with it are the people who will win in this business. And I'm telling you this because I've lived it. When I started this, I was just a broke kid, no structure, just bouncing between online businesses, dropshipping, crypto, SMMA, all of it. But this is the first business model that actually worked. And when I started it, there was no courses, there was no videos, there was no gurus, anything like that. and that's when I knew that this is the next big thing. Since then, I've built a 6-figure agency. I've met huge brands and CEOs and influencers. I've traveled, met a lot of people that I used to follow up online. I got to help others build this too, and I genuinely love what I do. I invested in flight school, I bought myself a pilot's license, and I'm basically living the life that I dreamed of. And that's the part that no one tells you. This business model opens doors, the real doors. You will meet a lot of real people, really valuable connections, but it only opens them if you take it seriously. So I'll say this clearly. I don't want this business model and this space to get flooded with lazy people who just want fast money, because those people ruin the reputation of influencer marketing agencies and managers. If you're watching this, I already know that you are not one of them, but if you are, then please leave this video. Now here's the encouraging part. You don't need to have any crazy skills to start this. You don't need to have any background in marketing. You don't need to be a genius, but you do actually need 2 things. Those 2 things are: 1, hunger. You actually want this to work. You're not watching this for entertainment. You want to actually change your life. And second one is discipline. You are willing to sit down, send the emails, track brands, follow up and improve week by week, learn through your mistakes, learn through experience, through my videos, and so on. If you have these 2 things, you will definitely win, because this business model is simple, and if you stick with it, it gets exponentially easier. Why? Because once you start building out the momentum, you start getting brand replies faster, you build a list of reliable creators who trust you, you develop your own roster of connections and brands, people start referring you deals, you stop guessing and you start building. Alright, now that we have covered what this business model is and a little bit of mindset, let's get right into the steps. By the way, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Also drop a comment with what niche you are starting with. I reply to everyone and I'll personally tell you what I think of your niche. Now, first of all, what even is a niche? Niche is an industry or space you want to, you choose to operate in. It's a lane you stay in when you are doing outreach to brands and creators. Some good examples are fitness, skincare, tech gadgets, tech tools, AI tools, gaming, games in general, gaming products, productivity apps, wellness supplements, sustainable fashion, pet products, digital education and online training, and a lot more. It can also be in skincare, it can be beauty products, organic skincare, it can be in fitness supplements, fitness applications, and a lot more. It doesn't have to be super narrow, but it should be focused enough so that brands and creators make sense together, working together in that space. Why choosing one niche matters, why you should stay in one niche. One of the biggest mistakes I see people is jumping around constantly between different niches. One day they pitch to a supplement brand, another day they do productivity apps, then they do AI tools, then they do crypto wallet, fashion collabs, podcasting mics, and so on. They jump from one to another and suddenly everything is messy, no systems, no deep knowledge, no real connections, no leveraging what you have. They're just jumping around and having influencers and brands in various niches. Let me explain why choosing a niche and staying in it really matters. It really matters because you start building a roster of influencers that fit in that space, which you can use later on. You start to understand what types of offers brands respond to. You will understand how the brands do. You get faster at outreach because all brands start to sound familiar. You build authority. Brands trust you because you specialize in something. You can eventually repurpose case studies across multiple clients in the same niche, and so on. So if you're all over the place, you are stuck at the beginner level, but when you go deep in one niche, even just for your 3 to 6 months, you build momentum way faster. How to choose a niche that is right for you? Here are a few filters that you should run every niche through. First one is, do you personally enjoy it? If you are going to be talking with brands and creators every day, it helps you if you actually like the space, if you actually like to talk with them and meet them. Second one is, can influencers promote products in that niche easily? An example is skincare, wellness, supplements, tech. Those products are easy to showcase on camera. Services can also be easy to showcase on camera. If they are B2B, that really doesn't make sense. The product needs to be B2C. Crypto is complicated, gambling personally I would avoid, and stuff like that. Is the niche clear and monetizable? You want brands with clear offer. You don't want vibe brands or passion projects with small budgets or no budget. Fourth one is there a room to grow? Pick a space where creators are consistently working with brands, not something random with one-time campaigns. You want brands who actively work with creators every month. Are there clear sub niches that you can own? Like in fitness, you can go deep down on home workouts, gym gear, gym wear, or women's fitness apps, and so on. In tech, you can focus on AI extensions. You can focus on Chrome extensions, you can focus on AI tools, AI softwares, AI applications, and so on. By the way, somewhere in this video I'm gonna show you a random product on a camera. If you catch it, DM me on the Instagram at noabutso what that product is, and I'll send you a free bonus to help you move faster. Now that you have chosen your niche, it's time to decide what you will actually offer. There are multiple services inside of influencer marketing that you can sell, but to keep things simple and high leverage, we'll focus on 4 most effective models. First one is one-time collaborations. This is the easiest and fastest way to start. To get started, you basically act as a middleman between a brand and influencer. The brand gives you their requirements. For example, we want fitness creator with 100k plus followers on TikTok who posts reels regularly. Last reel needs to be posted in the last 30 days, something like that. Your job here is to find an influencer, negotiate the deal, coordinate it, and collect your cut. Why this works? There are no long-term contracts or commitments. Everything is handled through Zoom, through email. There is no Zoom calls. Quick cash flow. If you're fast, you can close the deal in 2 to 7 days, especially later when you get the leverage, when you get the creators in your roster. It's easy to upsell later to full campaign management when brands see that it actually works. If a brand is paying an influencer $5,000 for a single video, you can charge anywhere between 20 and 30% fee on both sides. That's 1 to 1.5k profit per deal just by connecting 2 parties. Next one on the list is talent management. Here you represent the influencer. You are basically kind of like their sports agent. This is the influencer manager of Mr. Beast. He's no longer working with them, but this is the guy who I learned from a lot. You handle everything. You handle brand negotiations, you handle contracts, payments, scheduling. The influencer pays you either a flat monthly fee, or a percentage of every brand deal that they close. Usually this is between 15 and 25%. Upside is that you are making money even if you didn't source the brand. They come directly to the influencer because you have exclusivity contract with them. You build long-term relationships with influencers. Downsides are you will need to find unmanaged creators, which is usually smaller influencers or beginners. There's more hand-holding involved, back and forth, deal structuring, and so on. In one example, let's say your influencer closes a $2,000 brand deal. You take 20%, you are earning $400. That happens 5 times a month. The influencer makes 10k, you take 20%, that's $2,000 for you just for managing one creator. Now imagine if you have 7 influencers and each of them do 3 collabs per month. You do the math, but it adds up quickly to multiple 4 figures. Next one is influencer seeding. This service is super underrated. It's when brands pay you to send products to relevant influencers for free in exchange for exposure. You don't negotiate prices with creators. There's no negotiations involved. This is a non-paid promotion, just free product in exchange for potential UGC or posting on their own networks. Why it works? Brands with smaller budgets love this. You can charge flat campaign fees between 2 to 5k, even 10k per project if you're working with bigger brands, or a monthly retainer 2 to 10k depending on the size and volume, of course. What you do here is finding and vetting micro and nano influencers. You are coordinating delivery, collecting results, stories, reels, reviews, and so on. In a quick example, let's say a food beverage brands wants to seed 25 influencers. They want to send products to 25 influencers, PR packages basically. You charge 2.5k flat fee to manage everything. You'll find these micro and nano influencers, which are easy to find, and they're also very easy to work with. They are most of the times beginners, and they are open to everything. You coordinate everything and enjoy your profit. A great starter model if you are good with systems and structure. Later on it can be upgraded also. The best for last, actually, this is the high ticket advanced service, ideal once you've done a few smaller deals, either in one-time collaborations or influencer seeding. You manage everything for the brand: strategy, creator sourcing, negotiations, budget tracking, analytics, reporting, and this is where the real money happens. Brands will pay you anywhere between 15 and 40% of total campaign budget, or a fixed fee, which will be pretty high in this case. For example, brand has a $40,000 budget, and trust me, there's a lot of brands with this budget and even a lot higher. You take 20%, 25% as your fee, that's $10,000 profit, and you could be just one client per month, and you can be making pretty serious money. But this can be done, as I said, with multiple clients. You'll be expected to report results, collect deliverables, make sure influencers hit deadlines, and so on. This is perfect for when you already have a roster of trusted creators, you had solid processes, you have strong communication skills, and you know how to negotiate. Once you've closed 2 to 3 smaller deals, brands will start asking you to take full control anyway. Later on, when you become more experienced, imagine taking over some big brands budgets which could be over 150k or 200k, and earning 40k plus, managing their campaign, and then you work with just a few bigger creators, and that's it. So that can be 2 or 3 creators per campaign, and you earning 40k. So yeah, definitely a crazy opportunity here. Now, which one should you start with? If you're just starting out, I would definitely recommend one-time collaborations or influencer seeding. They're fast, they're simple, require no brand history, you don't need to have case studies, and you will get case studies which you can use later on for bigger offers. Then you can slowly move on to talent management. When you close a few deals, one-time collaboration deals with influencers, you can offer them talent management. And when you close a few influencer seeding campaigns or one-time collaborations with brands, you can move on to campaign management. The whole point is start lean, learn fast, build experience, then raise your prices and offers. Now that you have your niche and you have your offer, your service that you're gonna be offering, let's talk about how to actually find brands and how to pitch to them. This is where most beginners fail and be stuck, because they're overcomplicated. You don't need to have fancy CRM or expensive lead generation softwares. You just need to know where the brands already spend attention and their money. First one is YouTube sponsor scraping. One of the easiest ways to find brands that are already understand influencer marketing and invest in it. Look who is sponsoring YouTube videos. Go to YouTube, search creators in your niche, filter by this month. Then you go watch their videos and check who is sponsoring them in the first 60 seconds, in the last 60 seconds, or just click the link in their bio, because there will always be one. For example, in the productivity niche, you will see brands like Notion, ClickUp. In fitness, you'll see Gymshark, MyProtein, Whoop probably. In tech, you will see NordVPN, Surfshark, Brilliant, Squarespace, and so on. These are really hot leads. These are the brands that if they're sponsoring one creator, they're likely open to more. They already understand UGC, conversion, influencer awareness. You don't have to sell them an idea of influencer marketing. You just pitch better creators with a better strategy. How to go with this? Go to this search tool, search for .com sponsored ad or stuff like that, and you will basically get the sponsored content from there. If you want to scale your outreach, you can use tools like Apollo instantly. You can pair them up with LinkedIn and then filter with company size. company locations, industry and keywords. You will get a pretty good lists, and you can also add some columns there. You can scale your outreach with, as I said, Apollo AI instantly for email outreach and campaigns. Product hunt, find newly launched brands. This is a good one for AI. LinkedIn for startup founders. Instagram, TikTok, search niche keywords like vegan skincare, AI productivity, and so on. You need to find the brands who have already done influencer marketing. You don't want to be the one guy who tries to convince a random old school company to try influencer marketing. Instead, go where the money already flows. Brands that have sponsored creators on YouTube and IG, good Instagram page, sent PR packages, worked with UGC creators, promoted via TikTok ads or any in Facebook ads, Meta ads, or whatever. Also look for creators in your niche and check their brand collabs, check who they worked with before, check competitors creators, then reverse search who they worked with, and so on. What you need to have before you even start outreach is brand tracking sheet. If you don't organize your leads, you'll burn through a lot of contacts and forget who you emailed, who you did a follow-up, who you didn't do a follow-up, who you got a reply for, what is their website, and so on. I recommend using a simple Google Sheet or using Notion. Cover just brand, website, their niche, if you're working in multiple sub-niches, Instagram, contact name, email, did you get a reply, when was the last contact, and notes. Every day your goal should be to add 10 to 30 new qualified brands to this list. Track the replies, follow up, stay consistent. This is what makes people actually land the deals. By the way, if you're still watching this and thinking, damn, I want to go all in, I want to move faster, then just scroll down and hit the link for mentorship program. This is the same program that helped Ash scale to $7,000 profit in less than 40 days, or Sergio, who got over 10k euros in profit in around 60 days. If you're accepted, we will build a full system together step by step. Alright, now let's keep going. If you are not interested for that, make sure to join the free group. Here are some reviews, what people are telling about the group and my YouTube videos, so make sure to not miss out on that. It's completely free. There's just a ton of value. Alright, now that you have covered how to find brands, let's talk about how to actually reach out to them and start a conversation with them. This is the part where most people fail, not because they don't have potential, but because they write like robots or beg for deals. But first thing that you need to do is get your email set up. This is basically mandatory. Before you even send a single cold email, you can send the email with influenceroutreach@gmail.com. You need something like Noah, Mason Management, or hello, novabrands.com, anything like that. That sounds cool. But you need to have a domain and professional business email setup, because brands, if they see @gmail.com, they'll ignore you. It looks unprofessional, it hurts your credibility and reputation of your agency. Most importantly, outreach tools and Gmail algorithms may block your emails or send them to spam, and you will just be wasting your time. You can buy a domain for $10 to $15 per year on platforms like Namecheap or Hostinger. They also have a lot of other options like buying a business email or making your website hosting. This is your first real investment, and it makes you look like a legit agency from day one. Now, your cold email must do three things. First one is hook them in the first 2 seconds. Second one is personalize, show them that this isn't a mass email, they are getting a personalized message. Give the clear CTA what's next step. Don't talk much about you, give them some real value and call them to action to get their reply. Who you need to contact. Persons that you need to contact are influencer managers, social media managers, marketing directors, and CEOs. How you can find these people? You go to the company LinkedIn, click this button for people, and you will get a lot of people like this. vice president and people who are not relevant you can eliminate. But when you find someone like this, marketing specialist or head of communications, which is also good, you click on their profile, and with Apollo extension you will be able to access their email from there for completely free. If they don't have an email there, you can use Hunter.io or go straight to Apollo back and then see if it's maybe listed over there. You can also send a message on LinkedIn after sending an email just for a double touch. Right now on screen you'll see one of my proven templates that's brought in thousands of dollars in deals. You can do something like this, dear name, personalized line. This can be something about the company or the person itself. My name is your name, and I run agency name which specializes in influencer marketing. We currently have a network of over 150 influencers on platforms or niches with successful campaigns behind us in your industry. We've noticed your brand and believe our influencers could effectively share your story and bring it closer to the right audience. Where can I send your potential campaign and the influencers who would best align with your vision? This is a call to action. I look forward to the opportunity to collaborate and help your brand change its marketing for better. Have a great day. Best, your name and agency name or any signature that you want to do. Keep it short, no fancy PDFs, decks, websites and stuff like that. Just show them that you understand them and how you can help. By the way, if this video helped you in any way, make sure to drop a subscribe, drop a like and drop a comment with the most useful thing that you learned so far. I read all the comments and I reply to a lot of them. To wrap it up, the game of finding brands is game of consistency. Most people will fail after 5 emails when they see they don't get replies. Do not be that person. Send 30 to 50 emails per day. It will be boring, I know, but track the replies, track the follow-ups, and if you do this to 10 to 14 days straight, I can basically guarantee that you will get the replies. Now here's the secret thing that I talked about. If you see it, make sure to message me on Instagram for a free gift. Let's get right to the next section, how to find influencers and where to find influencers. There are two main approaches for manual finding. The first one is direct search on platforms. Go to platform like TikTok. Use filters for location, number of followers and niche hashtags. This is pretty easy. You can also train your algorithm to show you similar influencers, create new profiles and so on. For YouTube, you can search your niche plus review, tutorial, unboxing, daily vlog and so on. For Instagram, you can use hashtags and competitor brand tags. For example, if you are in tech niche, you can search best productivity apps or Notion setup 2025. And on YouTube you will find hundreds of creators. Also you can check their Instagram, TikTok, find similar ones from there, see if they have any friends on Instagram who also record, who also have YouTube videos and so on. Basically just reverse searching. Second one is finding influencers through brands. Go to brands page and look at their tagged posts, their story highlights, their previous partnerships. Most brands repost content either in their highlights or in their maybe do a tag post together. Find that content, reverse search the creator and go from there. Third option is using the paid tools. This is optional, not required. If you're further along and want to save time, there are tools that allow you to apply advanced filters like follower count, average views, country, niche, stuff like that. See contact details straight away. Analyze influencer, audience quality, demographics, see if they have fake followers, and export directly into a spreadsheet. These tools can give you speed and volume, but remember they're optional. You can build a 6-figure agency using just the manual tools if you're willing to put in the time. Use them only when you are ready to invest your profits. They're not necessary for beginners. This is the direct search on platforms. As I said, search tech review. These filters are on Croatian, but you can filter by video, you can filter by minutes, and you can filter by this month. This is for finding influencers through brands. You can go to their tagged content. You will see, as you see here, this is a partnership with Razer, and this is the influencer that reviewed the Razer. You can use him for any other. You can use her for any other company. Influencer validation checklist. Not every influencer is worth pitching. Here's what you need to check before adding them to your list. You need to check for average views per post or video. Scroll through their last 10 to 15 videos, get a rough average. Example is 8K, 12K, 15K and 9K. Average of all these numbers is 11K. Second thing that you need to look is influencer average engagement rates. Good engagement rates are 2 to 5% or more. If you find more than 5%, that's pretty good, but this really depends on the platform and a lot of more factors. Here's one graph with average engagement rates in 2025. Next thing that you need to check is quality of content. Is it aesthetic? Does it match the brand? What the brand would like? Niche alignment. Does the influencer talk about products or themes that match your brand? Audience match. Does it look like their followers would buy the brand's product, and does their followers trust them? To have an idea how much brand should spend on these influencers, you can use this formula. This is average views times CPM. CPM is basically cost per 1,000 views. In most niches they are from 5 to 25 euros. Sometimes it's more, also depending on the platform. From TikTok to YouTube it's completely different, but this really depends on brand and how much they're willing to spend. So an influencer with let's say 20k average views in tech niche could be charging around $400. CPM also depends on the platform. It's not the same for TikTok, Instagram. This helps you pitch influencers to brand with real logic, not just random guessing. This helps you pitch influencers to brand with real logic, not just random guessing. Next one is listing influencers in the sheet or CRM. Every influencer you find must go into your system. Minimum sheet structure is basically having the name, having the platform, niche, followers, average views, engagement, country, contact, and notes. If you have the address, if you are doing with physical products, it's good to have that also, so you can just send it to a brand as soon as you get a product for them. You can create 3 tabs, one for collected influencers, one for contacted influencers, and one for ones that reply to you and that you plan to work with in the future. This gives you speed, structure, and confidence when the brands actually reply. You're not just randomly searching for people, you are building the actual roster that brands will pay you to access. Finding influencers is manual, but it's not difficult, and this is what separates amateurs from real operators. Once you find the creators that match your clients' needs, it's time to contact them. This is where you build that supply side of your agency that we mentioned, the supply for the demand. You should always contact the influencer to their business email. You shouldn't send DMs because it's not professional and they will not respond to you there. You will just waste your time and their time. How do you find the emails? You can go on Instagram, tap email button on their profile. If they are creator business account, they will most likely have it. Check their bio. Sometimes it's written in the bio. If they don't have it in the bio, look to their link tree. Beacons emails is often linked there. For YouTube, you can go to the channel, you can go on About tab and scroll down to business inquiries. Maybe they'll have a section, or you can click this access email. This is again in Croatian, but you will have that option. For TikTok, most creators don't have an email on profile, but you can go to their bio and check their website, Instagram or YouTube, and they will have it there. Now, what to actually send to the influencer, this will really depend from brand that you are working with and the service you offered to a brand, but it can be something simple like this. Hi, first name, I'm working with a brand in niche that is currently looking to collaborate with creators like you. Then you explain what the brand does, who the brand is, and so on. Your content and engagement really stood out, and I'd love to see if you're open to a quick campaign. If this sounds interesting, please send me details that you need. Best, your name, your signature, your agency name, and that's it. Most influencers don't reply on the first message, and that's totally normal, but many reply on the second or third follow-up because they maybe lose the email, and then when you do a follow-up, it comes back to them. The one simple follow-up that you can use is this one, just checking in, still looking for the creators for this campaign. I would love to include you. Let me know if you are open to it, and then they will read the first email and probably respond to you. Tips for this is don't over explain in the first message. Don't attach PDFs or links unless they ask you. Keep the tone casual and respectful. Always personalize at least one line, even if you're just referencing to a specific video. That's completely normal. Influencers don't care about you, they just care about the money that you will bring, the brand that you are bringing to them, and they don't want to read paragraphs of text. Even if you thought that this business model is 100% done over emails, there are some times when brands will ask you for the call, especially in influencers sitting on full campaign management. You need to be prepared for that, because they are sending the money upfront to you. These brands will want to hop on a call, discuss strategy, goals, and logistics. If you're not confident and don't want to do calls right now, don't worry, you can learn with experience. You need to learn this. And you only need a simple structure with some key questions. After a few emails back and forth, brands might ask you to hop on a call. You can use Calendly to keep a clean, professional interface and schedule a call. It's free and easy to use. Call structure is easy. Phase 1 is discovery. Ask about their brand. This helps you understand their goals, shows that you really care, that you really want to learn about them. You can ask things like, can you tell me more about your brand and what you are currently doing in marketing? Have you worked with influencers before? If yes, how did that go? What's your main goal right now? Awareness, UGC conversions, getting their objective. What kind of creators do you feel fit your brand the best? What budget you are working with? These questions really depend on specific service that you are offering. Tailor them accordingly to that. Next one is positioning your offer clearly. After you learn their situation, give them a short pitch like this. You can say something like, okay, based off what you've shared, here's how I can help. I'll take care of our influencer sourcing, outreach, communications, contracts, delivery. You explain your service and structure, offer and pricing for them. Explain your service structure, timeline, pricing model. Do not overcomplicate it. And the phase 3 is closing with clarity. Once they show interest, lock in something like, awesome, if that sounds good, I can send you a short recap and payment link after this call. Does that work with you? You need to be on the call with decision maker, if possible CEO the best, because they are the ones who will approve this payment. You will not need to wait for that. There are some common objectives, objections that brands will use, and here is how to actually handle them. The first one could be, we are not ready to start yet. You can say something like, totally understand. Would it help if I send an example brief, an example creator list, so you have something to review internally with your team? We've never done influencer marketing before. Very common one. That's exactly why this structure works. You don't even have to worry about managing anything. I'll walk you through every step. You can also offer them consultation services. That you can offer them that you'll teach them how the influencer marketing works as an upsell. We're a small brand with limited budget. No problem, we can start lean, test 1 or 2 creators and scale based on results. I've helped early stage brands before. I have experience with this, and this is often the best way to begin. Also, you can offer them influencer seeding if they don't have a big budget, and close them that way. Final tips for your call: do not talk too much, ask more than you pitch to show them that you are interested. Take notes through the whole call, use the softwares and send those notes to them. Always follow up within 30 minutes of the call with written summary, your pitch and your payment link if you agreed on anything, and that should be perfect. Before you actually run the campaign, which is coming next, whether it's influencer seeding, full campaign management, or even one-time collaborations, you need a solid structure, and we are now going to go over 5 crucial things that you must cover. First one is defining objectives. You need to ask the brand, what is the goal of this campaign? Are we going for direct conversions with trackable sales? Are we going to increase awareness with reach and views? Are we going to just generate content for paid ads or reposting? Are we gonna get followers? And so on. Second one is creative direction and briefs. Once the goal is clear, you need to translate it into a creative idea. You need to ask the brand, what kind of a video post format works for you? UGC, tutorial, lifestyle, and so on. What are 1 to 2 key messages that that influencer must say? Are there words, claims, or styles that the brand wants to avoid? Then you can just turn that into a simple creator brief with campaign overview, required talking points, visual examples if needed, and deadlines and content format. You need to keep it simple. A good briefs is basically better content and fewer revisions. Next one is target audience. Brands don't often clearly think about this. Your job is to help them. You can ask anything like, who are you trying to reach? Be specific with that. Age, interests, behavior, and once you know their audience, you can choose the right influencers who will match that audience. No point in using beauty vloggers if they are selling gaming chairs, of course. Your goal, message, and audience define the ideal influencer. You can define if you are doing micro, mid, or macro creator, which platforms you should focus on, UGC creators or public figures, audience demographics, and create a simple checklist of rubric before you start outreaching and sourcing these influencers. The part that confuses a lot of people are contracts. I already made a very detailed video about this, but I'm again gonna cover that in this video. Contracts are part where things get serious. This is where most beginners mess up. They lose their commission, they lose their money, they make less money than they could made if they did the contract right, and so on. Why do contracts matter? It protects you, the brand and influencer. It sets clear expectations, what's being done, by when, how much money is influencer getting, how much are you getting, how much is brand paying, who is brand paying, and so on. It gives you legal coverage in case of ghosting, late content, or non-payment, and so on. Who do you send the contract to? There are multiple ways you can go with this. First one is brand with you with the creator, and then you handle both sides yourself. Second one is brand with creator, you act as a campaign manager. Next one is light agreement with just a brand. In smaller campaigns and seeding, you can use just light agreement. Full contract with brand. When you are doing full campaign management, you need to use full contract, maybe even NDA sometimes. What type of contract should you use? You can use full service 3-party contract, dual contract model, creator only agreement, brand only agreement, light agreement, NDA plus campaign contract, affiliate revenue share agreement, insertion order, and so on. Different structures, different services, different situations require different contracts, and if you don't know which one applies, you shouldn't even send the contract before you understand that. What should a basic contract include? It should include name of both parties. It should include scope of work, what exactly is expected. It should include timelines and deadlines, payment terms, how much, when, and how is getting paid, usage rights, who owns the content, termination clause, what happens if someone backs out, and so on. If you're in my mentorship, you get all these templates done for you. Also, I have a fully detailed video about contracts with a few more details that you can check. It's on my profile. Once you actually close your first deals, you'll need to get paid. Once you actually sign the contracts, how to get paid? It needs to be fast, clean, and professional. Let's break it down step by step. What is net 15? What is net 30? A lot of people ask that, and brands always use these terms. Net 15 is basically meaning that brands will pay 15 days after they receive your invoice. Same with net 30, means they'll pay 30 days after they receive your invoice. Sometimes brand will ask for net 45, maybe even net 60. But if you're a beginner, don't agree to long term just because of the cash flow, to keep the cash flow, to get money as soon as possible. Also, the good tip is with small startups and small brands, you can try to ask for 50% upfront. You can say something like, since this is our first time collaborating, I usually ask for 50% upfront and 50% when the content is posted and approved. Something like that. What should you actually include in the invoice is your name, a company name, your business email and contact info, client, brand name and address, of course, service provided, for example, influencer matchmaking and campaign coordination, July 2025. You need to specify the amount that needs to be paid. Payment method, is it Wise with wire transfer, is it PayPal, is it Stripe, and so on. Due date, this is important for net terms. Optional is add your business ID or VAT number if you have one, if you have a registered company. Use tools like Notion templates or even Google Docs to generate clean invoices. Make yourself some templates and use those for everyone. In the beginning, you can get paid directly to your personal Wise bank account or PayPal, and it works perfectly fine. But when you start bringing in some more serious deals, 1K, 2K, 3K, You should register a company because it gives you credibility and lets you use Stripe, send clean invoices, deduct taxes legally, avoid any payment issues when you get some larger payouts, because you need to send that money to influencers too. The pro tip is basically start with a simple LTD or LLC, whether I don't know where you based. You don't need to overcomplicate it, open it in your country and waste time on that. This is pretty fast to open. Payment platforms that you can use, the four most popular ones are Wise, PayPal, Stripe, Revolut Business, also good, decent for Europe, very smooth. Stripe is amazing for credit card payments. PayPal is fast but has higher fees, okay, for smaller payments. Wise is most reliable for wire transfers and so on. Always let the client choose which one they want, because if possible also include multiple options to avoid any delays. Now let's get real for the moment. If you watch this far, you already understand how powerful this business model is, but it's also important to understand the reality of what your first few weeks will look like. Your first month will basically look like you spending most of the time doing outreach, finding brands. You'll probably get ignored by 90% of the people you contact. You might make some small mistakes, wrong emails, slow replies, pitching to the wrong people, and so on. You're gonna be building your systems, brand sheets, email templates, learning to track replies, learning to automate follow-ups, and so on. You might get your first brand deal in week 3 or week 4, depending on how consistent you are and your ability to improve fast. And that's completely okay. This is a real business. As I said in the beginning, real businesses don't pop off in 3 days. And this is not a get-rich scheme. And I know you all have these false expectations from gurus that they sent to you, that in 1 month you are gonna drive a Lambo, go to Dubai, and so on. That expectations were set by the people who do not even do the businesses that they teach you. I can tell you from my experience that this business is working, but it requires time and discipline and is not any get-rich-quick scheme. Real businesses take time, but at the end they are definitely worth it. Why most people don't land their first deal in first weeks is exactly why I said people treat this like a side hustle, not a business. They send 10 emails, they don't get a reply, and they quit. They copy paste bad templates or sound like robots and AIs. They outreach without any structure, tracking, or follow up. They chase too many niches, too many services, and brands feel it and they never respond. This is simple, but it's not effortless. It actually rewards those who treat it seriously. Why this business model is simple but not easy? Here's the paradox. Yes, you don't need to have prior experience. You don't need to show your face online. You don't need to have a portfolio or case study to start. But you do need consistency. You don't need structure. You don't need think like a business owner, not a beginner looking for a quick cash, quick wins here and there. My honest promise for you: if you learned what I teach you in this course, pick one service, pick one niche, and apply this daily for 30 to 60 days. You will get replies, you will book calls, and you will definitely close deals. But if you jump from video to video, idea to idea, you'll always feel like you're missing out on something. Your job is to pick one plan and go all into it. And this is definitely the one that you should pick. And if you ever feel like you need help shortening the learning curve and doing this with feedback, support, and other people, make sure to join the free group. As I said, here are the few reviews that I got out of the group. You should definitely check it out. Now I want to show you behind the scenes how I close the deals, how it actually looks in the action. Here we have one message with the brand that I was doing one-time collaborations for. I told them, hi, my influencer accepted integration for 13.3k. Let me know if I can send him briefs for blah blah blah. Just let me know if it's final and send the codes. Yes, super. She sent me the codes, she confirmed everything, and I made some pretty good money out of this deal. This is done, as you see, in 1 hour. It was confirmed on the same day. Another one, hey, We will accept 17,000 for the first integration for the brand name with the influencer. Hi, sounds good. Is it possible to extend the deadline for 7 days for this price? Again, 6 minutes delay. Basically in 10 minutes everything was sorted out, and pretty easy. The message before this was me pitching the $17,000 that I agreed on with the influencer. This is one of my influencers, so it was pretty fast. Another one here, I asked for how did the collaboration go, because we already did one collaboration with them. She told me the revenue, she told me the purchases and ROAS. In this case we can go for 3 more videos during the summer season if he would like to proceed. As you can see, 3 p.m, 10 minutes later, got it. We would be open for more collaborations for brand names, so do let me know whenever you are ready to proceed. Perfect, I can confirm we can proceed with 3 more videos at 18,000 euros each. This is in dollars, for a total budget of 54,000 euros. We can keep 2 videos for May and 1 for June. This is one-time collaborations. One-time collaborations, getting this much money. Imagine what you can get in full campaign management. As you can see, 1 hour later, let's confirm these 3 integration. 2 will be posted in May and 1 in June. After that we will see the ROAS and see for the future. Also we expect the views to rise during the summer. Crazy, to be honest, pretty crazy. 11:23 a.m. confirmed 2 hours later. Let me know what you think. Hi Noah, hope you are well. This was my follow-up actually. We can try first integration on YouTube for $30,000 for a travel video, something global related like his last one. Would you have any travels in the summer period? Hey, I added the company details and in the confirmed sheet. Just let me know when it's final and send the codes. Basically that's it. One-time collaborations, I still do them to this date because they are pretty easy, especially when you get the connections. You can just leverage what you have, connect the list of creators with list of brands, and that's it. Money comes in pretty fast, and that's it. Now one example that I also showed in one of my previous videos, but for all the new people, this is basically what you can do. I saw a brand on TikTok accidentally. I really liked the product. This was something new that I have never seen before. I immediately went to their LinkedIn, got a reply and email that I need to contact. I contacted that email, got the reply pretty fast from them because the template was good. I got the inside details. As you can see, $100,000 monthly, tech influencers and business professional background accounts. The budget was not a problem, but the criteria was. The email after this, they gave me a lot more requirements. They were pretty specific. I went through my roster and selected 2 influencers I thought that would be a good fit. I got rejected basically immediately, but I didn't stop there. As you can see, he is not our target influencers. We are working to work with higher level influencers with more views. I reached out to 15 new influencers in the tech space. Chose the best 2, sent the proposal to a brand. Prices were ranging from 30k to 250k, and yes, influencers charge that much, and you will see. Just imagine how much Mr. Beast charges. Of course, he is not charging 10k, he's charging multiple 6 figures for a 10-second integration. So yeah, brands chose the option that was the best for them and gave me the green light. This whole process took me exactly 2 weeks, from finding brand to actually getting the approval of the influencer. So after that I prepared contracts, prepared the brief, coordinated product shipments because it was physical product, and set up content deadlines. When the products ship, you are now responsible for everything. So you need to make sure the product is received, content is recorded, content is approved by you and by the brand, and content is posted in the deadline date. 10 days took, the influencer took 10 days for video recording, and it took us 2 days for approval and posting. 10 to 30 days to collect analytics and getting paid my commission as an agency, which was 10k. Invoice was paid. They are now not sending me these cold emails. They are now pretty happy and I want to collaborate more. I didn't take a fee from an influencer. since the agency fee was pretty good, and I didn't really want to take from influencer 2 and be greedy to risk missing out on the deal. So what I did, I didn't take anything from him, since it's our first time collaborating, and this was the key for a long-term partnership where I can pitch him later on full campaign, on talent management or anything like that. Now, how to actually scale this to 10k plus per month? Let me give you a very good example what I would do if I am a beginner. Let's say I am starting today. I bought myself a domain, I did everything. What I would do first is go and build a list of brands, build my roster of brands, put them in the spreadsheet, in the CRM, whatever I want to use. From there, I would use this list, find the decision makers, as I said, influencer manager, marketing manager, CEO, partnership manager, and so on. Outreach to all of them, to 30 to 50 brands per day, every day for at least 10 to 14 days. When I get one brand, 2 brands, 3 brands, let's say, I would choose one that I think is best for me to work with. When I choose that brand, I'm gonna go get their requirements, find the influencers for them. When I find, let's say, 10 influencers, let's say the average price per influencer is 3k for a Instagram reel plus set of stories. Let's say the brand is looking for that. I have this is 15k in total. They choose, let's say, 2 influencers, that's 6k. I make some money, let's say I made 3k in commission because I took from both sides. I handled everything very good, even if it was my first time. I did everything, I got paid, I got my commission. Now I have 3k. What I would do, I would invest first in influencer research software, I would invest in Apollo subscription, LinkedIn Premium. I would definitely invest a lot of money back into it. I would open a company, and from there what I would do, I would go back to a brand, see if they're open for more collaborations with influencers, which I can now find with Modash. I would also go back to the influencers, tell them, see if they're managed, if they have a manager. If they don't, I would pitch them on a talent management. Then I would go maybe back to those brands who maybe rejected my influencers before. I would tell those influencers if they want to do talent management, I might get, let's say, 5k there for per month from one influencer. Now I'm already at 5k per month fixed retainer fee. I have this brand which rejected me for one-time collaborations, but now I have Modash. I can find more specific influencers for them. I don't even have to do outreach anymore. I can just leverage what I have. I can pitch full campaign management to the brand that accepted my 2 influencers, and so on. After you close your first deal, it's basically just leveraging what you have and going from there. What I would do later on is, when I have a working system, my time will be most valuable asset, so I'll want to start delegating tasks. What I would do is start with freelance influencer sourcing. I would use platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, online communities to find people, give them clear niche and sourcing criteria, teach them how to do it. Also, I would go to outreach virtual assistants, hire someone to help me send cold emails or manage my inbox. Use Loom to record SOPs. This is standard operating practices or procedures. And this is definitely that you will need to have in your company. The good thing is, even paying $3 to $7 per hour for basic tasks can free up so much of your time for strategy, calls, scaling, meeting the influencers, building relationships, and so on. Scaling is basically impossible without systems. You need to systemize everything, and here's what you will need. Brand and influencer sheets that are well organized, easy to filter, with all your connections at the same place. That can be CRM, that can be Google Sheets, but you need to have those email templates and plug and play sequences with follow-up 1, follow-up 2, 3, 4, and every follow-up should be automated. CRM or tracking board, as I said, for everything. SOPs for your team. Example, if it takes you 1 hour to find 15 influencers manually, or 15 brands that are pretty warm. You can share your V8 with an SOP and they can do it for $5 an hour. You just bought back an hour of your time, of your life, and made a profit. Expanding your niche, a lot of people mess this part up. Don't try to serve everyone just because you made a few $1,000s. First, go deep in one niche, build relationships with brands and influencers there. Only when you have saturated your outreach, your clients are asking for more, or you've built a team with full capacity, you should consider expanding into new niches. For example, if you start with tech tools, later on you can expand in AI apps, productivity apps, or startup softwares, and so on. Systems are similar, so you can do that. To wrap things up, scaling is just about creating a structure and removing yourself from some task, freeing some of your time. If you focus on doing boring things well, keeping the systems lean, hiring smart, not fast, not hiring whoever you find, staying niche specific, you can build a 5-figure per month agency without ever showing your face on the camera. You now have the full roadmap: how to find your niche, how to find influencers, how to find brands, how to run a campaign, how to close the brands, how to go on the calls with them, how to do contracts, and scale your IMA step by step. You just need to get started and put in the action, put in the actual effort. To everyone watching, if you have made it this far, seriously thank you, whether you watched 15 minutes or the whole thing, whether you are just starting out or you have an agency closing deals, whether you are silently watching videos and not doing anything, but just supporting me. I appreciate every single one of you. The only reason why I keep making these videos and offering this kind of a value for completely free is just because of that support. As long as you keep showing up, liking the videos, subscribing and dropping comments, I will keep showing up too. More videos are coming, more tools, more breakdowns. I'm here to help as many people as I can make money in this space without gatekeeping or any fluff. If this course helped you in any way, make sure to drop a like, drop a comment with the biggest takeaway from this video, and make sure to subscribe to never miss out on the future videos. You now have the full blueprint, now it's time to take action. See you in the next one. Bye.